In 1979, a low-budget Australian film exploded onto screens and changed action movies forever. Mad Max introduced a brutal wasteland, unforgettable villains, and a hero who would become a global legend. But over 45 years later, how old were the cast then, and where are they now in 2026? Let's find out. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your favorite Mad Max character. Hugh Keays-Byrne played as Toe Cutter. He was 32 years old in 1979 and delivered one of the most terrifying villain performances ever seen in an action film. His wild eyes, calm voice, and unpredictable violence made Toe Cutter unforgettable. Hugh Keays-Byrne sadly passed away in 2020 at the age of 73. Before his death, he returned to the Mad Max universe in Fury Road as a Morton Joe, proving his legendary status. Steve Bisley played as Jim Goose. He was 27 years old in 1979 and brought humor, loyalty, and heart to Max's best friend. Goose was one of the most beloved characters in the film, and his fate became one of the story's most emotional turning points. Today in 2026, Steve Bisley is 74 years old. He continued acting in Australian television and remains a fan favorite. Mel Gibson played as Max Rockatansky. He was just 23 years old in 1979 when he became the face of the Road Warrior. At the time, he was a young actor with barely any major roles, but his intense performance and cold determination instantly made Max iconic. Today in 2026, Mel Gibson is 70 years old and remains one of Hollywood's most recognized stars. He went on to lead blockbuster films like Lethal Weapon and Braveheart, and his legacy as Max helped launch one of cinema's greatest franchises. Joanne Samuel played as Jessie Rockatansky. She was 22 years old in 1979 when she portrayed Max's loving wife. Her character showed the human side of Max before tragedy transformed him forever. Today in 2026, Joanne Samuel is 69 years old. After Mad Max, she stepped away from major Hollywood fame, but remained respected by fans of the original film. Tim Burns played as Johnny the Boy. He was 26 years old in 1979 and portrayed the nervous gang member who would later face Max's revenge. His performance showed fear, cruelty, and vulnerability all at once. Today in 2026, Tim Burns is 73 years old. His role in Mad Max remains his most remembered performance. Roger Ward played as Fifi McCaffrey. He was 43 years old in 1979 and played Max's tough but loyal police commander. His character represented the last remaining structure of law and order in a collapsing world. Today in 2026, Roger Ward is 90 years old. He remains one of the oldest surviving cast members of the original film. Vincent Gill played as Knight Rider. He was 40 years old in 1979 and delivered the unforgettable opening performance. His wild chase and final moments set the tone for the entire movie. Vincent Gill sadly passed away in 2022 at the age of 83. His opening scene remains one of the most iconic introductions in action movie history. Jeffrey Perry played as Bubba Zanetti. He was 30 years old in 1979 and portrayed Toe Cutter's loyal and silent enforcer. His cold presence made him one of the gang's most intimidating members. Jeffrey Perry sadly passed away in 2008 at the age of 59. But fans still remember his chilling performance. Sheila Florence played as Mae Swayze. She was 63 years old in 1979 and brought emotional depth to the film as an older survivor in a harsh world. Her performance added humanity to the story. Sheila Florence sadly passed away in 1991 at the age of 75. She remains one of Australia's most respected actresses. Steve Millichamp played as Roop. He was 28 years old in 1979 and portrayed one of Max's fellow officers. His character showed the danger and fear faced by the last remaining police force. Today in 2026, Steve Millichamp would have been 75 years old, but he died in 2013. His legacy remains. Bertrand Catart played as Clunk. He was 47 years old in 1979 and played one of Toe Cutter's gang members. His character helped create the terrifying and chaotic atmosphere of the film. Bertrand Catart sadly passed away in 2010 at the age of 78. What makes Mad Max so incredible is not just the action, but how young many of its stars were. Mel Gibson was only 23 when he became a global icon. And decades later, the film is still remembered as one of the greatest action movies ever made. Many of the cast are now in their 70s, 80s, or have sadly passed away. But their performances remain immortal. Their work inspired generations of filmmakers and helped build one of the most successful action franchises in history. From a low-budget Australian production to a worldwide cultural phenomenon, Mad Max proved that passion, creativity, and unforgettable characters can create legends.